Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about when a tick bite causes a red meat allergy, alpha gal syndrome. So in this the tick bite, whenever the tick will bite, so alpha gal syndrome or allergic reaction will occur after several months. So in this way, the IgE antibodies production. So remember, in this way, the basically the carrier is the tick. So bite to 1 to 3 month IgE to alpha gal increases, and tick bite will lead to 2 to 6 hours after eating the meat with contain alpha gal lead to cause inflammation. This is a person which that is whenever bite with a tick, so in with the passage of time, for example, so whenever the meat will enter into the digestive system, so for normal person digestive system, alpha gal not immunomodulatory and saliva of tick mimic the immunomodulation. Our body think it is danger for next time. No immunomodulatory molecule for T helper 0 cell, and the no T helper 2 cell activate, no antibodies production, no IgE for mast cell degranulation. Our body give alarm for a bunch of alpha gal next time if the tick will bite. So be cell ready for next collective alpha gal from digestive system if the bite will occur, otherwise not possible and not any problem. Next meat, beef, mutton, pork eat to inflammation due to tick bite, alarm to solve the problem, but it is just fake alarm. Let's understand about how it is possible and what is the physiology. This is a tick bite will lead to cause inflammation, the bloating, digestive problem, and a lot more things like allergic reaction. For example, whenever tick will bite, so the human bite, here will enter the saliva into the skin, contain alpha gal lipid and protein. This alpha gal lipid and protein basically will lead to activate the basophil, and this basophil cell activation due to the nasty inflammatory mediators. Animal bite, whenever the tick bite will cycle is the animal bite, so pick up the alpha gal from animal blood or meat to move into the human will lead to bite, and immunomodulatory molecules in the saliva not contain only alpha gal. Other things are also present, so but also contain immune cells triggering salivary modulators which proliferate the T cell. So in this way, important thing is that whenever the tick bite will first bite to the animal like the beef, and in this way go into the human side to bite, and in this way will activate enter the alpha gal protein and alpha gal lipid, and in this way alpha gal lipid and alpha gal protein will activate the basophil cell to activate the naive T helper cell by the production of interleukin 4. This interleukin 4 will activate the naive T cell to proliferate into the T helper 2 cell. The T helper 2 cell in this dendritic cell basically dendritic cell will activate the naive T helper cell. So in this the naive T helper cell also basically it will also activate the natural killer T cell. So natural killer T cell produce the inflammatory mediators, the interleukin 4. This interleukin 4 is a cytokine recruit the naive T helper cell, and this naive T helper cell will proliferate into the T helper 2 cell. This T helper 2 cell activate the memory B cell. This naive B cell to activate the memory B cell. This alpha gal also recognized directly through the memory B cell and will lead to produce whenever the immune system will activate and the immunity develop against the alpha gal if the tick will bite, otherwise not any possibility. So in this way the alpha gal basically will recognize through anti-alpha gal IgG1 antibodies and will lead to produce the anti-alpha gal IgE antibodies. Also this IgE antibody requires the 3 month after again tick will bite, after again whenever the person affected person immune developed person will eat the beef will lead to active the allergic reaction. Next time, B memory cell activation after a meal, like the meat eating, because B cell are already immunized like the vaccine. In this way, important thing you should need to understand, the allergic reaction basically trigger, and in this way the alpha gal recognize here is a bigger picture to understand, will lead to activate the degranulation of the histamine granules and leukotriene, and this allergic reaction will progress, and this allergic reaction will trigger the inflammation and the allergic reaction and other things like bloating. Thanks for watching. Bye.